to play like veterans. Let's go to Indianapolis, where everything is coming up Colts right now, and that includes their first-round pick, the 14th overall selection, Tyler Warren, who scored yet again this past Sunday against the Los Angeles Chargers. He's a yards after catch machine. He's done his job as a blocker as well. We've even seen the Colts tap into him a little bit out of the backfield. He's attempted a pass. We were reminded he's a lefty. Here's a touchdown this past Sunday. This guy has been a staple for what has been one of the best offenses in the entire NFL for the first 7 weeks. Travis Hunter, maybe the light switch has been turned on, as last week he became basically a full-time wide receiver. Yes, some of this came in garbage time lore, but he had 8 catches. He had over 100 yards as a receiver for the first time in his career, plus his first receiving touchdown as well. Brian Thomas Jr. is now banged up with a shoulder injury. Perhaps going forward, we see a whole lot more of Travis Hunter on the offensive side of the ball. The Patriots have obviously played exceptionally well this year. Drake Maye deserves a ton of the credit, but so too does the offensive line. That includes 4th overall pick Will Campbell, who has just been steady as they come, has seen some really formidable challenges already this season. I'm not sure he'll see a bigger one than what he faces this upcoming Sunday when Myles Garrett and the Cleveland Browns come to town. Also getting after it in the running game, the Patriots appear to have hit at least a solid double, if not more likely a home run at the 4th overall pick with Will Campbell.
I like the little baseball tie in there.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, exactly.
Wide out Wednesday.
Shannon Sharpe, take it away.
This is called improve it, remove it, lose it.
I am licking my chops because it's time to eat.
Game plan within the game plan.
As a quarterback, I'm throwing it to the pylon.
As soon as I see you look, I'm looking.
Don't do what's on the paper. Do what you know.
And when he shows it, it's too late for the DB to get there enough to stop the catch. I didn't know this was coming.
This is the fastest speed in the world. If I tried that now, I would tear everything.
Whoa, whoa.
Look at this museum.
This is Hawk's beautiful gallery.
Good to talk ball.
Come on, man.
Wide out Wednesday, yay.
Wide out Wednesday. We are back, and we got Devonta Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to go improve it, remove it, lose it. 3 plays, 1 player, 1 to get better at, 1 to get rid of, and 1 to lose, which is such a masterpiece. We're putting it in its rightful place in the Louvre Museum. I know Dan was gone last week. He might have been the one to steal. Let's go with our improve it first. Though you're going to see a catch over the middle from Smith, which was great. Here's how we get better at this, right? He's going to have a big dig across the middle, and this moment right here, you're going to sense that it's zone. What I want from you, Smith, is I want you to throttle in this hole instead of running through it, because you're going to take this hit off of you. And also, you catch it, you throttle, Jalen finds you, you get vertical, you get an extra 10 to 15 yards in yak. Now we're going to go remove it. He had such an incredible game. It's hard to pick one, but here's one that I feel like a play he could have made. There is 35 seconds left here when he catches a big stop. What we're thinking here is we're going to steal 3 points before the half, right? So as a veteran, if you're a young receiver and you make this play, I'm saying great job, way to compete. For you, you know better. Catch this ball, turn outside and get out of bounds and stop the clock so we can save this timeout and maybe get a chance for another big hit to get 3 points on the board before half. So there's the one that we removed. Now let's get into our lose.
I love that. The fact, get out of bounds, but also make sure you're going forward because we want the clock to stop. Okay, bottom of the screen, this is that big, almost 80-yard touchdown pass, 79-yard touchdown pass. Beautiful throw from Jalen Hurts to Devonta Smith. Bottom of the screen. Let's talk about why this happens and how it happens from Devonta on the big play.
Incredible. Let's start with alignment, right? You are outside numbers. The reason why that's significant is because this is the same alignment that you have for what we call a bench route. Dan, draw me a bench route really quick.
Bench route, you would seam in. It would become this about 18-yard out or shake route.
There you go. And the seam in is the most important part. So what you see right here, he ends up on the inside edge of the numbers.
So you're going to tell me he starts on the outside numbers and the edge of the numbers, and when he seams in, he gets to the inside edge. Why? Why does he want to get there?
Because he wants this corner to feel the same exit that you feel in a bench routes, right? So from the beginning, from alignment to whenever you get into your route and you get to the inside edge of the numbers, now this corner is thinking, okay, this is exactly what you run on bench.
So you mean to tell me like he's starting inside, seaming up, and his nod right now, is that kind of another thing that's indicating to that corner, I'm running that out route?
He's going to go a 3-step rotation into the out/corner. Okay. But here's the thing, you can't run an out-breaking route from outside the numbers, not a deep one. And if DB knows spacing and timing. So by hitting that seam release inside, it signals to the DB, well, now he's trying to create space. Why would he try to create space? He must be going out, right? So from the very beginning of the route, you're selling that to him. Now, when you see him to the out, 2 things you see, the lean, the steps 2, and look where his head goes. Watch how deliberate he is with driving his head that way because that's the first piece of getting your head around back to the quarterback.
That corner's got vision on not only the receiver, but Jalen as well, right? Isn't he trying to see through the receiver? Is that ball coming out? Because then he could drive the football.
Absolutely. This DB, it now has hips inside.
Yeah.
When you seam in and you go downfield, and now I'm running in a posture with hips inside, and you go here, I don't have to wait as a receiver for you to get all the way around. The moment I see you do this, I know I got you. So now when you watch this, watch the moment he starts to flip his hips. Now he knows exactly he has him. He doesn't lose speed at all, and he accelerates out of that break.
That's beautiful.
The moment he turns his hip, accelerates out of that break, there's nothing you can do. Break the tackle, run hard, big touchdown.
That's big time route running. That's big time teaching.
That's it.
Big time teaching.
Thank you,
right
man.
there.
I'm getting in my receiver
that's
coach
big
bag.
time teaching.
You know, I took a trip to the Louvre last week. But you know what? We won't worry about that. Let's some new art pieces from the other Louvre that I found. I mean from my house, not from the Louvre. There he is.
Love it.
No. Stop. You don't rob this Louvre.
Guys,
we got high
you
security.
can't get to that. The good thing is they stole jewelry out of the Louvre. Maybe not a good thing, but it wasn't art. This is real art. All right, let's get Adam Schefter back in here for some top stories. Adam, the Niners continue to deal with injuries. What's the latest on Brock Purdy and Ricky Pearsall?
Well, I always say Andrew Hawkins belongs to be in the Louvre, and he was, obviously. As for the 49ers, Brock Purdy limited to practice today and not likely to play this week. It looks like another week of Mac Jones, and it looks like Ricky Pearsall not practicing today either, so there's a real question as to whether either player, once again, will be playing for the Niners this upcoming week as they travel to Houston to play DeMeco Ryans, the former 49ers assistant coach, and the Houston Texans. We'll see if either player can make any improvement, but obviously both their statuses are very much in question, as is quarterback Bucky Irving, Chris Godwin. They're both ruled out already. Todd Bowles said they will not play on Sunday against New Orleans, and essentially the Buccaneers have a bye next week. So this will allow both players 2 weeks to rest up, and we'll see whether or not they can even make it back after the bye. There are no questions about whether that, or no certainty about whether that will happen. And as for the Falcons quarterback, Michael Penix, limited at practice today because of what the Falcons are calling a knee injury. Now, on Monday, Raheem Morris said it was a bone bruise, but it turns out that bone bruise is in Michael Penix's knee. He still expects to play on Sunday against the Dolphins, but it is interesting to note that he was limited at practice today, and of course his backup is and has been Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, good point. We'll see how that goes. All right, thanks to Adam. Time now 20 yards downfield, tied for the third most in the NFL. But over the last 2 seasons, just 1 touchdown on those throws, which came in Week 17 last year against the Jets. Allen has the same number of 20-yard touchdowns as Cowboys backup Joe Milton in that time. And that's weird. It's the left side of the screen. Can we put that back up there again as we talk about it? The left side of the screen is just completely filled with the heat, and then the right side, there's just 1. All right, I don't know. Maybe
that's the ball going over 20 yards.
Yes,
Yeah.
and touchdowns.
On touchdowns,
That's
too.
the other thing.
20 plus air yard touchdown.
He's not throwing touchdowns of that nature, which, Dan, I feel like there's a few reasons why. But let's go to Hawk first.
Yeah.
What needs to change for this Bills offense?
Well, it's exactly that. I think it's the receiving weapons need to step up.
One person.
Keon Coleman, he's having a rough go. He seems overwhelmed. Now, there are some disciplinary things that have gone on, but he seems like a young player who's trying to work his way through his sophomore season. One thing that can help him is not be a one-trick pony for contested catches. He has to get yak, but how does he get yak? He has to get forward. We talked about this last year with a young player catching the ball and coming backwards. You're going to see the same thing here. Split field, catches it, watch where his first step is. Those are like the small things. And there was another one against the Atlanta Falcons where he did something similar that you just noticed it on tape. He has to develop in the yak portion of this offense, and the coaches have to help him get there because the whole just back, shoulder, throw it up, everybody's expecting it. They're playing it, and the way you combat that is to get him the ball and show that he can catch and run.
I don't think he's right now a guy that you could just put out there by himself and go like beat coverage. Really versus any corner. I just don't believe he's that guy yet. I think he's got to be utilized a little bit like they do Shakir. I really think he should become like at least right now, and specifically early in games, just
a
get
rat
him
guy?
the ball in space, like a bubble guy, an RPO guy, ball in space guy.
Yeah.
He's not whooping people.
So here's the issue with that is not his game. Like that is not.
You don't think so? Like because punt returning and
you're seeing those catches, and the reason why I put that up there is because instinctually, when you are confident in that, he has to know at this level, you are a catch and get vertical. You leave the side-to-side step back to Shakir, but at this level, you're dangerous. When you catch and get vertical with speed at your size, then those big plays will happen. And to your point about lining him up, he's going to have to develop more of a bag, more of a package in his routes, and the way he makes things look like that, makes that look like this. But how they're using them now,
it can't just be run straight and up.
It can't be run straight out back shoulder you and you go up and get it. Like that's going to wear out. NFL DBs at some point aren't going to let that to continue going on. This isn't the college level.
Yeah, so I think this will be a good challenge for him and this offense going against Carolina. I know everyone thinks that Carolina